Jim, I assume?
Yeah, Dave. Nice
Hi,
to meet you.
nice to meet you too. Thanks for coming in. As you know, my name is David Acker, and I'm the Human Resources and University Recruiting Senior Assistant here at Grant Thornton LLP. And as you know, we're looking for some interns to join our team here at Grant Thornton LLP. And I can see by your resume that you might be what we're looking for. I'm going to ask you a couple questions, find out a little bit more about you, and see if you will fit the job. Do you have any questions for me before we start?
No, I think we're ready to go.
Alright. First of all, why do you think that, why are you interested in working for our company?
Well, I noticed that you guys are a worldwide company with firms in 112 different countries, and that you have a bunch of firms spread out across the United States, and I like the diversity that you guys seem to bring to the workplace, and that the ability to work with different people, different personalities, and stuff like that. And you seem like a good candidate or a good job to advance my accounting skills that I've learned in school.
Yeah, as you know, we're a huge international company. We've been around for a long time and plan on being around for a long time. We have firms in over 112 different countries, like you said, and over 50 firms in the United States. And a little bit relating to that question, would you have a problem relocating to a different firm if that were necessary?
Well, I don't think I'd have too much of a problem relocating. I'd like to possibly stay here, stay in Wisconsin if possible, but traveling, weekly basis, whatever, is fine with me. But if they have to relocate me, I'll go with it, and it's a job, so it's always good to have a job in the down economy, and so if I have to relocate, I'll go wherever you guys need me to go.
Alright, that's very understandable. Obviously family is important. Not necessarily saying that you're going to have to move out of the state. That might come about, but we have our biannual meetings and conferences around where you have to go to different firms, sometimes in even different countries. But I'm glad that you'd be able to do that.
Yeah, no, that seemed like be a neat opportunity to even travel around the world and meet with other people even. So.
Okay. What did you like least about your previous job?
Well, my previous job being a landscaper, the thing that I liked least, was the inconsistent work because of the fact of it was a weather-dependent job. So I think last year I had the whole month of July off because it was such a dry summer. We didn't get any rain. So July, the grass didn't grow, the bushes didn't grow, so nothing needed to be trimmed, nothing needed to be cut. So I had that month off, and I was like, well, what am I going to do now? I'm working in the summer to make money to go to college, and I got nothing to do. So that's the thing that I didn't like most, was probably like I don't know if you consider it a job security, but the work was very weather dependent.
Well, it's good to see that you're eager to work, because there's always more taxes to do. There's always work to do here at Grant Thornton LLP. And we plan on being here for a long time. So if you do get the internship, you will have a pretty stable position. What are some of your interests or hobbies that you have?
Well, I'm a huge bowler. I bowl every Monday night. I like to think I'm pretty good, at least. I average about a 190, 193, something like that. And I wrestled. I was a wrestler in high school, and my wrestling partner's only a junior this year.
So was I.
My wrestling partner's only a junior, so, I like to follow high school wrestling, a little bit of college wrestling, just to keep up on it. And also I play dartball on Thursday nights, and that's about it.
Okay. Interesting. Tell me about a time when you experienced the difficulty at work and how you handled that situation.
Well, last year we had, working at Spring Gardens Landscaping, we had this kid that, he was kind of, one day, every couple weeks he'd come in and he'd just kind of like slough around, mope around, he'd be kind of just down and he wouldn't want to work, and so he was kind of, almost like the slacker of the bunch, we considered him, and, me and the guys in the crew were talking about him, and then he just kind of off slacking around, moping around, and I just kind of went over and talked to him, and I was like, well, dude, this is a team-based, our crew, it's a team-based work environment, so we have to pull together and, kind of work together, and I was like, so is there like something the matter? You know, do you need something? He's like, well, he said he hadn't been getting much sleep last week. He's been having problems at home. So I just kind of tried to talk with him and try to help him out so that he'd, cheer up and work better. Work for the good of our cause.
Okay, well, that's good. That shows that, you're familiar with the team-based environment, that you're good at encouraging people, and that everything worked out. I see that you don't have a GPA listed on your resume.
Yeah, well, this semester is my first semester actually as a business major. So the past 3 semesters I was a pre-pharmacy major, and as a third semester in your pre-pharmacy, you have to take a class, organic chemistry. And that was one of those classes that no matter how I tried, no matter how much I studied, how hard I studied, it was one of those things that just I never really got it, never really clicked. And so I didn't do that good in that class, which ended up lowering my GPA more than I expected and put me down below 3.0.
Well, lucky for you here at Grant Thornton, if we choose you for our internship position, you won't be doing any organic chemistry.
That's a good thing.
Where would you like to be in your career in the next 5 years?
In the next 5 years, I'd like to be set up as a CPA and an accountant at a very steady firm that I know will have work every day, every week, for time. And Grant Thornton with their firms worldwide seem to be one of the perfect opportunities for me. So that's why I decided to be here today.
Yeah, I find that in a lot of potential employees with today's economy, they're looking for that steady job where, they're not worried about losing their job every day. If you could be anywhere in the world right now, where would you want to be?
Well, a lot of people say how much they hate Wisconsin. They hate the winter, they hate seasons. Well, I like the change in seasons. It's one of those things that it's not the same weather all the time, and so it's the same, or it's not the same. So all the seasons are different, and I like snowmobiling, and so I just love the snow, and I like the cold, and then I like the transition to the warm. So if I could be anywhere, I'd actually like to be in Wisconsin. I like it here.
Yeah, I like to think the same way. That's why I'm based out of Wisconsin. I have my choice. I could be at any firm in the United States, but I choose Wisconsin because I think the downs make the ups all the more better,
Yeah.
Winter makes me appreciate summer all the more.
Yeah, I know where you're coming from.
How would you like to improve yourself in the next year?
Well, in the next year, I'd like to, take more business classes, stick with my business degree, and end up getting my accounting later in life. But I'd like to just stick with school and keep advancing myself in there.
All right. Well, I'm glad to hear that because usually our apprenticeship program, or our internship program, I should say, we usually accept juniors and seniors more so than freshmen and sophomores. Not saying that your resume is pointless or anything, but I would just want to tell you that if you don't receive the internship this year, to definitely try again next year and to further your business degree.
Okay.
Do you have any questions for me?
Well, I was just kind of wondering what a typical work day would be like here.
Well, not too much. You'd basically just be doing whatever one of our employees would tell you to do. You'd kind of just be an assistant to them, and eventually you would reverse roles with them and see how you would perform in the actual job. Well, thank you for sharing your time and information with me today, Jim. You'll probably be contacted by email if we think that you're Grant Thornton LLP material.
All right. Well, thank you for the opportunity, and let's go enjoy that nice weather now.
Yeah, definitely. You should have a good weekend. I heard it's going to be in the 40s.
Yeah, thank you.
Hopefully that snow will melt.
Thank you.